In this SMclicks tutorial, we are talking about increasing your productivity using content groups. You may remember with one of our quick start tutorials, we talked about content syndication. And whenever you syndicate content, there is a content group that is automatically created. You just go and find wherever you want to syndicate the content from. You save that, and then it automatically creates a content group. And I'll just go down here to content groups, and you can just click on one and just change the name, and you begin syndicating the content here. I'll change that real quick. Okay, so now we also want to talk about using content groups when you schedule a post. Now you could click over up here with schedule a post and just as normal schedule, there's no content group. But also you could come here to publishing. You could go down to schedule a post here. There's a pop-up, and now it lets you select a content group if you've got one created already for doing posts, scheduling posts. We do not now on this demo account. Or you can create a new one. And so we create a new one right there, and you can just say whatever you want to call it. And you go on and schedule your post as normal. And when you publish it, add it to queue, whatever you do, it's going to create a content group. Now, content groups are very very helpful. I want to go to a live account here. They're very helpful. They increase your productivity, and they also give you some analysis that is really important in being not only productive but also in increasing your engagement and your reach. Alright, so here in this account, I want to go to publishing and down to all content groups. And we've got a number of content groups here, and some of them are color coded. I'll just click on one of these, and you can just click on the little dot here and you can pick your color from there. That's all you have to do. And within content groups, basically what it's doing is just organizing our content. Now this is very helpful when, for example, looking at the calendar. And as this pulls up here, this was just a mess trying to decipher what all's going through here. But now with the content groups, we can filter according to our groups. And also we can filter according to the statuses. For example, if we don't want to look at anything that's in review, in other words, we just want to see what's been published or scheduled, or if there are any errors, we can make those selections there and filter. If we want to look at particular profiles, which is sometimes we want to do that, or individual users, we can do that. So now with using content groups, by grouping things together, we are much more productive in going through and working our calendar to find the things that we need. Also with content groups, we have a great deal of information that we would not have otherwise, and we can come down here to content performance. So first of all, we can get some information regarding the performance of our groups. And so you may want to have your groups so that maybe one group is posts that are shared in particular profiles, or they're shared in groups, so maybe LinkedIn groups, maybe Facebook groups, to see how those posts are doing. Also, you may have posts in content groups, perhaps they're posts from the articles on your website, and you want to see how they are doing in compared to ones that are being shared. So however, it's important for you to group them so that you have ease, and you also have the analytical data that you need then I would suggest put them into groups. And so we're able to get this analytical data. We're able to look at evergreen performance. And here with this project, we just started the evergreen. Started out today, and we have no engagement there with that yet. Then you can also go with channels, and you can see which of your channels are being most effective. Now, of course, this does not include any posts that were sent out not associated with a content group. We do have information up here, though. We've got 1,348 publications, 6 networks, 6 profiles, 1,148 posts, and 650 clicks, and that's 23.2 clicks per day, and predominantly United States, Germany, and France. And so that's just general information, so we can see which of our channels, just as a quick general overview, are doing the best with the content groups now, not including any that go out not a part of a group. We can also look at individual profiles to see what our clicks and our engagements are with that. We can look by country, we can also look by publisher, and we can look by post. So by putting these in content groups, now we have this analytical data, and we can filter to find the posts that are getting the most clicks and the most engagements. Here with this project, we're not tracking conversions at this time, and so we can see what's getting the most traction, and then of course we can click on them and we can republish them. If it's not in a group, we can put it in a group, or we can make changes as we want to. So with this information, it empowers us to find out what's working best, and also to reuse that very easily. Content groups also, if you've got content, for example, with holidays, and this is content that's spread out throughout the year, and why invent the wheel every year? Just put it in a content group, and then just go into that content group, see what you did last Christmas or last Easter or last Veterans Day or whatever it is, and oftentimes you can reuse that, or you republish it if you want to change the text, want to change the image a little bit, fine, but that way you don't have to invent the wheel every time. So the content groups are very effective and very helpful, and especially when we come over and we start dealing with content syndication. And for syndicated content, of course, we mentioned at the very beginning, you have to have that content in a group so that you can manage it. And so you can come in here. We've got our content syndication broken down into a few content groups, and you can come in here, you can manage it. You can have, for example, syndicated content that are going out to personal profiles be one type of content, syndicated content going out to business profiles being another type. You can set up different posting schedules, etc., and all that stuff. We covered that in another tutorial with content syndication, but it gives you the flexibility to make all of these changes. So using content groups, which I know is a little bit more advanced if you're just getting started out, but using content groups really helps you to be more productive. It gives you analytical data that you wouldn't have, and also the content you might want to reuse, whether it's sharing articles or manually resharing content from others. You can get to it very easily, you can republish it, and you can see what's working best, and that will help you out a great deal. So strongly suggest use content groups, break things down, and really make things a lot easier for you. Okay, thanks a lot for joining us for this tutorial. We certainly hope that it helps, and look forward to seeing you on another tutorial.